This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, it's 5 o'clock on October 7th. I'm Madison Pergram, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. So we did see a little rain this weekend and a little bit cooler temperatures, but let's go to Kelly McShane for a weather forecast. Kelly, I know it's raining outside now, but are we going to see that rain throughout this week?
We're going to see it throughout the rest of the day. We're going to have a few breaks heading throughout the week, but as far as right now, we're waking up a little soggy and definitely on the gloomy side. Check it out over towards Whitesburg. They're staying mostly dry for now. However, rainfall is moving throughout the region. Check it out here on Pinpoint Doppler. Over the last 45 hours, you see pockets of heavier rainfall moving throughout, especially towards Lexington. They're getting a steady rainfall this morning. However, throughout the mountains, we are still seeing that rainfall, and because of it, we are having a little bit of visibility issues. We're seeing reduced visibility because of the rainfall as well as fog settling into the mountains. So be very careful. We do have slick roads out there because of that rainfall, and it may be a little bit foggy as well. Now, temperatures, we're mainly in the 60s, but a few places are in the upper 50s because we're going to be continuing to drop as far as temperatures go heading throughout the afternoon. I'll have those details and more in just a little bit, Madison.
Thank you, Kelly. Well, we begin today with a developing story in Knott County, an ATV crash involving 4 people. 2 of those people are juveniles, and the crash happened on Highway 160 in the Knott County near the Brinkley community last night. And at least 2 people involved in the crash were transported to the hospital with injuries, but we are not sure how serious those injuries are at this time. And officials from the Knox County Sheriff's Department say a man is now behind bars in connection with the septic cleaning truck stolen from Barberville. Officials say Barrett Sizemore is charged with theft by unlawful taking over $500 or more, but under $10,000. Police say their investigation led them to a barn off of Reuben Ridge Road in the East Bernstadt community of Laurel County. And that is where they found the truck, and according to police, Sizemore was found near that location, and he's being held at the Knox County Detention Center. And while Halloween is right around the corner, Christmas cheer came a little too early for one Ohio man, resulting in a visit from police. The city and the police department were both notified after the Schmidt family put their Christmas decorations up in September. But they tell us there's a story behind the bright lights. David Schmidt is a native of Wisconsin and one of 9 siblings that get together for the holiday each year. He says winter travel isn't as easy for some of his older siblings.
Drive to Wisconsin, where my family's from, it's kind of hard to do in December. So this year we said, hey, how about Christmas in Ohio? So September, good driving weather, nice weather. I thought, perfect. Everybody can come here for Christmas.
As everybody gets older, we don't get to see each other as often, and living so far away from each other, it was really wonderful just to be able to have everybody together.
Someone took a complaint to the city about the off-season holiday cheer. They say that the city did come out and have them remove some of the roadside decorations for safety reasons, but for now, the decorations that weren't violating city code remain in place. And remember Omaha Beach, the favorite for the Kentucky Derby that scratched due to a throat issue? Well, he's had a couple other issues this year and finally made it to the tracks yesterday. He ran for the first time since April, running in the Santa Anita Sprint Championship.
Shanslot, Omaha Beach is coming with good-looking strides down at the rail, and Flagstaff on the outside. Shanslot fully extended, trying to fend off the classy Omaha Beach. Shanslot digging in. Omaha Beach at the rail is coming to him. Shanslot, Omaha Beach, Omaha Beach, Omaha Beach.
Well, a brilliant effort from Omaha Beach, who is probably being pointed to the Breeders' Cup Mile. And another racing story, Keeneland in Lexington is now offering a tour where you can experience a race from an owner's perspective. Racing fans start the tour from the barn areas and end watching the race from the winner's circle. This is one of the many tours offered at Keeneland, and representatives from the racetrack say they attract visitors from all over.
In keeping with our mission, it's our job to educate the public, to build a fan base for racing, and the more experiences that you can give to guests to really tell our story and show them what life is like on the other side of horse racing.
The Owner's Experience Tour is offered through October 25th. And today is your last chance to register to vote before the general election next month. And if you haven't registered yet, you can do it online at govoteky.com. You can also check all your information and update it on that website as well. And county clerks throughout the state will accept online and paper voter registration applications until 4 p.m. this evening. And at the top of the ballot, the race for governor. And you can watch a debate between Governor Matt Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear next Tuesday, October 15th at 7 p.m. on WYMT. And despite the rain this past weekend and more in the forecast, most counties in Kentucky still have burn bans in effect. Even if there is not a ban during forest fire season, you're not allowed to burn during the day. But meanwhile, officials say a slow-moving forest fire started yesterday in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It is currently occupying 20 to 25 acres on a steep mountainside. And as of this morning, officials say the fire is mostly contained. There has been no reported structural damage to any buildings in the area. The fire is at least a mile out from any structures in that area. And we now know that aside from increased fires throughout the region, this extended drought is causing a lot of issues with farming, and fall foliage is taking a hit. Now another fall staple could be hurting. Pumpkins could be scarce thanks to this dry weather. And Kevin Nettler with Nettler's Farm in northern Kentucky says he grows decorative pumpkins at the farm, but others come from a farm in Indiana, and that farm is only producing about half of what they grow normally. But don't go buying plastic pumpkins just yet. This bad news for farmers could be good news for customers.
We're also finding out this year it's going to be a buyer's market on pumpkins because they're not near as heavy. There's no excess moisture in them. And so they're actually lighter. So like I said, they'll be a little cheaper this year than you would think.
We are told pumpkins need a lot of water early in the season, which is the main culprit behind the shortage. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. And coming up, a creative group of scuba divers submerged 30 feet underwater for a subsea pumpkin carving contest.
Don't forget the rain gear as you head out today. It may be heavy at times. I'll map out the day's rain chances in my forecast coming up next.